So the first question was, when prioritizing your goals, it is better to focus on several goals at once. Several goals, చాలా ఉంటాయి. Work goals, family goals, personal goals, social goals, the variety health goals, and several goals. But prioritization అంటే 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It cannot be 1 to 100. So what is it true or false? When prioritizing your goals, it's better to focus on several goals or few goals at
False.
a time.
False,
Huh?
sir.
False,
False,
sir.
sir. False.
False. Very good. Yeah, most of you, I think, have chosen false. That's correct answer. Thank you very much. And now the second question is, which is not one of the three P's of goal setting? When you are setting goals, these things have to be kept in mind. But one thing not necessary. One thing is not necessary, but other things are very important. Whenever you are setting goals, setting a smart, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound, specific goals when you're setting for yourself, whether it's personal goals or professional goals. One thing is not among the generally what people goal setting experts they suggested is, of course, difficult. I think it's a very difficult question. It could be any of these things, but what did you choose? People, positive, personal, possible, which is not one of the three P's of goal setting.
Personal.
Punish.
Personal, sir. I have chosen
Personal.
personal.
You choose personal. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Right. Actually, what they say is, when you're choosing your goals, you have to be positive. You have to be thinking big. You have to be dreaming big. Your goals, you have to be positive. Second thing also, you must be realistic. It should not be, I want to go on to the moon or something. Okay, if you can go, if you're an astronaut or something, or if your child can. So depending, it should be. Or if you're going to achieve cover, say for example, 1 lakh farmers you're going to cover. Okay, you say that I'm going to cover 1 crore farmers we're going to cover through the scheme, which is not possible. So you have to see how possible it is. It could be a little bit stretched. It could be stretched, but it should not be, like that. So it should be realistically, it should be achievable. And also, when I achieve these goals, what is it for me, for my family, for me? You have to also be thinking about it. You must have that clarity about, what is in it for me. So personally, how is it going to benefit you? And about people, they say other people, they will be setting their goals. So people is something that, generally they say these are the parameters which you have to consider. But another criteria is smart. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic number. But people, again, it's almost suppose your family members are there, your child is there. Maybe one of the goals is to make your son get admission in IIT or IIM or something. That could be. Then other people are involved, and also one of your goals could be, I want to make my team member get promotion next year. That is your, I don't know. Then people are also involved. But otherwise, generally they say this component is what. Yeah. So people component. Now, the third question, the 80-20 rule.
అవి కూడా కొన్ని
Kindly
mute please yourself. Mute, sir.
So, ma'am, you can also
cross
mute,
talking.
Ma'am, as a host, you can also, if somebody is speaking, ma'am, I think you'll be able to mute them, ma'am. Okay. So the 80-20 rule, there's a rule called 80-20, that states that 80% of your dash come from only 20% of your dash. Errors and mistakes, results and actions, time and actions, results and friends. What is the correct answer?
Sir, I have given results and actions. Second one.
Results here comes from 20% of your actions, 20% of your activities, 20% of your time. That time, the productively used, will give you 80%. So the rest of the 80% of our time and activities, you will give us only 20% of the results. Look at that. Absolutely. This 80%. So When you are spending your time in doing the right things in the right way, doing the right things and right way, the 20% actions, when they are right things done in the right way, they give you the 80% of your results, 80% of the productivity and all that. So other 80% is going on maybe right things in a wrong way, wrong things in a wrong way, wrong things, in the right way, whatever it is. They are not yielding results. The results will be yielded. The best results will be obtained when you are investing your time in doing the right things in the right way. So absolutely, the results, this is generally what happens. Even 20% of your time, that time is giving you the best of the things. Other 80% of the time is going here and there. So results and actions correct answer. So the question number 4, a deadline to complete a report is a very tricky question. A deadline to complete a report next month can be considered urgent and important, on the urgent important matrix. There's a matrix, urgent, not urgent, important, not important. In this matrix, so we said this a deadline to complete a report in the next month can be considered urgent and important. So is it true or false?
False, sir.
False, sir.
Absolutely false. Yes, some people have mentioned it false. Some people have mentioned it's true. True. Okay, it is actually false because next month means we still have sufficient time. We still have a lot of. So it is important, but not urgent. But it is a year-long project. Year-long projects. 11 months are spent already. 11 months are gone. Still a lot of things to be covered, and you are left with only 1 month. So you are already got into. If you miss this month, the period is over. So with reference to if it's a long-term project and only 1 month is left, then it is almost urgent. But if it is a short-term project, 1 month means you have time, you can plan, you can achieve your task. Generally, it's false. Okay. So now the next, it is recommended to keep a separate journal, a separate record for work and for your personal life. So things to do for my family, things to do for my office. So we generally keep a list. So it is recommended to keep a separate journal. Is it true or false?
True, sir. True.
True, absolutely true. Yes, it's important. We generally mix things up, between personal time and professional time. So it's better to separate the lists, at least the list separately, to keep the journal, things to do journal. These are things I have done, these are things I want to do. These are things I have done, these are things I want to do. If you postpone a task, dash times, it does not belong on your action list.
3, sir. 3. 3 only. 3.
Three. Yeah. That means we are postponing many times. That means it is not a priority. It is not on my things to do. It's not my action list. It is not a priority item. That means we should not be postponing. Then there is an important thing. We should be doing it. We should be doing it. 3 generally, they say. Okay. Which item is the reason we generally procrastinate? Means we generally postpone. We generally postpone without doing the job, without doing that work. What is the reason? Generally, we don't know where to begin. Or the task is overwhelming. Oh my God, this is too heavy, too much, too high. I cannot achieve it. It's overwhelming. Or there is no clear deadline.
All, sir. All of the above, sir.
All of the above. Generally, yes. All of the above. All of the above. Yes. But some people have mentioned don't know where to begin. Some people mentioned task feels overwhelming. Some people wrote no clear deadline. That means maybe in their own perspective, out of this happened to be one reason why last time they postponed the work. They procrastinated because there is no deadline. कभी भी कर सकते हैं. So then they postponed. That's why different people selected different answers. Some people selected all of the above. Yeah, all of the above could be reasons. Any of them could be reasons in all of the above. What habit will help you to overcome procrastination, to overcome that problem of postponement, issue of postponement? Which one will help you? Which one you think will help you? Having a clear deadline, or delaying the task, or making more?
All, sir. All of them.
If you're delaying the task, that means you're postponing it.
Yes.
You're
Make
delaying
more
it.
plans.
And if you're making more plans, A plan, B plan, C plan, if you're having many plans, that means the work only will still be postponed, still do. It's not single plan. It is not a concrete plan. Plan A, plan B, plan C, adi idi anukunte aa pani avvadu. If you have a clear deadline, by Monday we are doing it. I have to do. పెట్టుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, ఓకే, దెన్ వీ విల్ బి ఏబుల్ టు ఓవర్కమ్ దిస్. మనకి టార్గెట్ పెట్టుకోకపోతే అది అలా నడుస్తూ ఉంటుంది అనమాట, పోతూ ఉంటుంది. ఆ టార్గెట్ పెట్టుకున్నామంటే ఆ పోస్ట్పోన్మెంట్ అనే దాన్ని మనం తగ్గించుకోవచ్చు. ఇంకా డిలే చేస్తే ఇంకా పోస్ట్పోన్ అయినట్లే. మేకింగ్ ఇంకా ప్లాన్ పెడుతూ ఉంటాయి. ఒక ప్లాన్ కాదు, ఇక ప్లాన్ అన్ఎండింగ్ ప్లాన్స్ వస్తూ ఉంటాయి అనమాట. సో దిస్ విల్ నాట్ హెల్ప్ యూ టు ఓవర్కమ్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఆఫ్ procrastination. If you set clear deadlines and be committed to it, then you will be able to overcome this. Okay, so having a clear deadline is important. Now when a crisis hits, what's the crisis, you should implement the first fix that comes to your mind. True or false?
True.
Crisis అంటే సడన్ గా ఒక ఎమర్జెన్సీ, ఒక క్రైసిస్ వస్తుంది. వచ్చినప్పుడు సడన్లీ whatever that comes to your mind, immediately in that reaction, in that crisis there, we react suddenly, we react emotionally, we without even consulting others, without even taking others into confidence. In such a situation, your immediate impulsive reactions may not yield good results. So just cool down. Crisis there. That is the time when you have to maintain your balance. Then when you have to be cool and take others into confidence and go for it. So generally, just wait for when crisis hits, you have to walk. But then it is not the thing that's coming to your mind alone. Take maybe that's the idea. Of course, you cannot wait here. You cannot wait for long time. I agree. Sometimes whoever said true, that means it's a crisis, sir. And immediately whatever my mind says, I have to go for it. And if I delay it, the crisis will hit me back. So that's what maybe and you have mentioned too. The best approach when creating a plan during a crisis is identify the problem, decide on a solution, create a timeline, and all of the above. Which is the right answer?
All of the above.
All of the above. Absolutely. Sahi Jawab. Thank you very much. All of the above. Yeah, first of all, what is the problem? Become aware of the problem, identify the problem, and for that problem, what is the appropriate solution, and when the timeline for that, and resolve the issue. Very good. Which of these does not help to create effective workspace, effective department, effective office challenge? Which of this does not help? Working around clutter, setting up an effective file system, gathering essential tools, managing workflow. Which one?
First one.
Absolutely. ఇక్కడ అక్కడ పడేసి ఒక ఫైలింగ్ సిస్టమ్ లేకుండా ఉందనుకోండి, ఇంకా అక్కడంతా అది becomes very ineffective. It consumes lot of time. And if our workplace has to be effective, we have to have a proper filing system, have the necessary tools and computers or whatever the essential tools, మనకు కావాల్సినవన్నీ కూడా resources, and then there has to be a proper workflow. Absolutely. A is the right answer. Working around clutter, anta clutter lo pani cheyadam ante adi work ineffective avutundi. Very good. One of the best ways to deal with emails lots of emailing is there. Every morning when we open the computer, there will be emails. One of the best ways to deal with emails is to set up rules to filter emails to certain folders. వాటిని కూడా మనం ఇంతకుముందు కాగితాలని ఫోల్డర్లో ఫైల్లో పెట్టి క్యాబినెట్స్ లో పెట్టినట్లుగా ఇక్కడ కంప్యూటర్లో కూడా ఈమెయిల్స్ ని కూడా మనం ఫోల్డర్స్ లో పెట్టుకుంటే అది బెస్ట్ వే టు డీల్ విత్ అంటున్నారు. ట్రూ ఆర్ ఫాల్స్?
ట్రూ.
ఫోల్డర్స్ లో పెట్టి లేకపోతే వెతుక్కోవడానికి చాలా టైం పోతుంది. మనం వచ్చిన ఫోల్డర్ ని ఒక స్కీమ్ కింద వచ్చి ఆ స్కీమ్ కి ఒక ఫోల్డర్ ఓపెన్ చేసి వాటిని ఆ ఫోల్డర్ లో పెట్టేస్తా ఉంటాం. సో వెన్ యూ వాంట్ టు retrieve some information, it becomes easier. So మనకి ఫిజికల్ ఫోల్డర్స్ లాగే కంప్యూటర్ లో కూడా ఈమెయిల్ లో కూడా ఫోల్డర్స్ అనేవి మనం పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. వెరీ గుడ్, థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. యూ షుడ్ కీప్ దిస్ ఇన్ మైండ్ వెన్ డిసైడింగ్ ఇఫ్ ఎ టాస్క్ షుడ్ బి డెలిగేటెడ్. ఎవరికైనా ఒక పని అప్పచెప్పాలి అంటే మన టీం మెంబర్స్ కి, కింద ఉన్న వాళ్ళకి డెలిగేట్ చేయాలంటే ఇది మనం మనసులో మైండ్ లో పెట్టుకోవాలి. వాట్ ఈస్ దాట్? Is the task an opportunity for growth of another person? Will delegating a task jeopardize any success? Weigh the effort to properly train another person against how often the task will reoccur. All of the above, none of the above. What is the right answer?
All of the above.
Yes. ఎవరికన్నా పని అప్పచెప్పేటప్పుడు ఇవన్నీ కూడా మన మైండ్ లో పెట్టుకోవాలా. అబ్సల్యూట్లీ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ ది అబౌవ్. వాళ్ళకి ఈ పని చేయడం వల్ల వాళ్ళ కెరీర్ లో, వాళ్ళ గోల్ డాక్యుమెంట్ లో, వాళ్ళకు ఉన్నటువంటి దాంట్లో ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి యూస్ఫుల్, it should help them to learn something, it should help them to perform, to achieve some work objectives. Sir, అనుకోండి, what do? Recognize effort, reward the effort, take the credit for yourself. Both A and B.
Both A and B.
Both A and B, absolutely right. Absolutely. Recognize the effort and reward the effort, so they get motivated, they get inspired, and they will give you their best efforts in the days to come, and your team will be successful, your department will be successful. Okay, that is the best way. As a leader, you recognize that, you give a pat on the back, you tell them you did a good job, and you reward them maybe in an appropriate way. That will inspire the people and you become a group. 3 items are essential. This is a very important thing to do to manage time. Ritualization. ఇది ఒక రిచువల్ లాగా అయిపోవాలన్నమాట. ఇది ఒక హ్యాబిట్ లాగా, ఒక రొటీన్ లాగా అయిపోవాలంటే అది ఒక which 3 items are essential? Sleep, meals and exercise, work, play and driving. Sleep, work and play, collaboration, delegation and procrastination. Yeah. What is the right answer?
D.
Yeah.
Collaboration.
ఈ కొలాబరేషన్ తో పాటుగా there is a procrastination.
A sir. A.
Absolutely. A, sleep, meals, exercise is the ritual. మనం ఎన్ని గంటలు పడుకుంటాం, ఎన్ని గంటలు లెగుస్తాం. అలాగే బ్రేక్ఫాస్ట్ పొద్దునే 8 గంటలు తింటాం, లంచ్ 1 o'clock తింటాం, ఈవినింగ్ డిన్నర్ 7 o'clock తింటాం. ఇట్లా అగైన్ వాట్ టైమ్ యూ గెట్ అప్ ఇన్ ద మార్నింగ్. ఇవన్నీ రోజు చేసేవి, డైలీ చేసేవి, కంపల్సరీ చేసేవి. నిద్రపోవడం అనేది, భోజనం చేయడం అనేది, మేము ఒక మార్నింగ్ వాక్ వెళ్తున్నామా, లేకపోతే ఈవినింగ్ చిన్న వాలీబాల్ తినో ఆడుతున్నామా, లేకపోతే ఈవినింగ్ వాక్ వెళ్తున్నామా, లేకపోతే యోగా చేస్తున్నామా, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ఎక్సర్సైజ్ యూ హ్యావ్, దీస్ ఆర్ ద థింగ్స్ విచ్ యూ కెన్ రిచువలైజ్. If you ritualize, you become more effective in your time management. If we don't, whereas here we cannot collaboration. You are it could be delegation. This cannot be rituals on need basis. Even on need basis cheyalam, okasari need unte chestam, need lekapothe cheyam. So work and wherever work is also something you cannot ritualize. This depending on the work we respond and we do it. And driving, these cannot be rituals. Maybe driving to your office and back, perhaps, if there's a specific time, that's fine. So sleep, play, yes, of course, play is like exercise and play if you put, but work is something, wherever work is there, work cannot be a ritual. It is on need basis, on demand basis, and sometimes if there's work, you have to stretch and you have to be performing there. So these things, sleeping at night 10 to morning 6 or 10 to 5 or 10 to 4, whatever it is, and then the meals times you can fix and you can ritualize. So these things you can ritualize for your good health and better time management. That's how without sleep, meals, and exercise. These things cannot be like procrastination. Procrastination should not be done. It cannot be ritual at all. You cannot, it should be avoided. Delegation, yes, you can do it, but it cannot be a ritual. అవసరం ఉన్నప్పుడే ఏదైతే డెలిగేట్ చేయాలో అదే డెలిగేట్ చేస్తాం ఆన్ నీడ్ బేసిస్. ఓకే.